What the f is this? They're estimated to have been drawn somewhere between 800 and 900 years ago? Holy f— the first world? The second world? These are literally what they were talking. Who's what? Who's meeting? Who's not meeting? Look at fucking. No way. I went from him wrecking to YouTube. Yeah, we're live now, brother. Welcome to the stream, first time chatter. Look at. Beware. You are in a Twitch stream. There is no fast forward like you can usually do. Dear my yapping. We always gotta start with the GOAT OST. Last time we saw Shamrock, it was Who's Who all along. What is Who's Who doing? Who's Who also has horns. And the horns are very horny. They look like ancient giant horns, don't they? But he's a saber-toothed cat fruit, so... Horns Gate. Horns Gate is so motherfucking real, chat. I know y'all think I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, the horns are going to be huge. His horns are a helmet. Wait, y'all are confused. Y'all are saying yes and no. Whose face was always covered, wasn't it? Oh, chat. You are wrong. Chat is wrong. These are real horns. These are for real horns. But interestingly enough, they do change color. Maybe he dyed them? He could have dyed them. These horns are so interesting, though. Chat, I'm telling y'all, Horns Gate is real. And then Loki's horns come out the front. Why do they come out the front, though? If he's an ancient giant and he has ancient giant blood, they can't come out the fucking front. That doesn't make sense to me. No other horns do that. I think it may be because who his mom is. His mom plus King Harald. Loki's horns look like that in Norse mythology. Let me look it up. Loki, Norse mythology. They do. This doesn't disprove anything. Yes, it does. What? It disproves that he was based off of the character Loki because his name's Loki. There's something more to the horns, chat. You don't believe it, but I believe it. For as much as you look like him, you gotta be related to that red-haired pirate. I'm telling you, he's a brother or a clone. It could be a clone. Imagine it's just Fingerland Garling's clone when he was younger. That would make sense. Like Stussy. It's crazy. He's literally identical to Shanks. Hold your tongue. That's nothing you need to know. Why clone when you can? Because he gets no bitches. True. It ain't my business. Oof. But a great pirate and a celestial dragon stand on opposing sides of world power. Huh. The fact that you have the same face is bound to draw curiosity. That pirate is my estranged younger twin brother! Oh! Chat! Younger brother confirmed! He returned to the Holy Land once, but he seems to prefer the filth of the lower world. Once. So he could return. And he says he seems to prefer the filth of the lower world, which kind of implies that it's Shanks' decision to not be there and not the fact that they casted Shanks out, which kind of eliminates my twins are unlucky, so we got to kill one theory. But that could have still happened, I guess. That could have still happened because I learned from ReZero that sometimes cultures don't like twins and they think they're evil. Seems like they don't care he's a pirate. That's very true. Because if they really wanted to fuck him up, they could. If they go jump him with all of the Holy Knights and Gorosei and all that, they could probably take Shanks out. If they really, really, really wanted to. Like if he was a really big threat. But they're not though. Return, huh? I see. Then your bloodline has earned my ire twice over. How fascinating. That two separated brothers each be targets of my wrath. Yeah, because Shanks brought his ass back, right? You'll rue this day. Once I get these chains off, you'll rue the motherfucking day. Bro's been locked up the whole arc. I want to see him do some shit. You know what'll happen, don't you? I watched my friend's fate decided before my eyes, and now I bear the cost of it. Damn, they really killed all of them, bro. They're actually all dead as fuck. Man, R.I.P. I was hoping they wouldn't be dead. You dream of threatening me? Commander, don't let him. Indeed, it's not worth dirtying my own hands. You do it. Cerberus? What is that? What's he doing to... Oh! Fuck! Like how Shanks has a griffin! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Wow, woof! Woof! Brown! Oh, bro! Bro! What the fuck is this? His sword is awakened Zoan? How the fuck does that work? It's either a devil fruit or a sword. What the fuck is that? It's got a sword out his mouth? Remember Spandam's sword from Annie's lobby? I do. Oh my god, it's in a mythical Zoan too. That boy Funk Freed? Oh my god. What does that... Here's why I'm confused. Like, so the sword ate the devil fruit, but can the devil fruit act on its own? So can Shamrock attack and his sword attack? Or does he attack with his sword and that makes the devil fruit attack? I don't know if that makes sense or not. They can attack on its own. The Gundog attacked on its own. Funk Freed attacked on its own. So you almost have like your own buddy to attack with you. What is that? It's my sword. And each one, they got 3 sword style. That's creepy. What's wrong with them? Oh my god, dude. Extinguish your presence, Commander. We need to move. Zoro kills Shamrock Theory. Zoro kills Kaido Theory. It is 3 sword v3 sword. That would be such a sick fight if Zoro was having to fight the Cerberus and Shamrock at the same time. ZKK Reborn. Return. And then it just goes right back in there. What is that? An owl? A bird? They made a arrow bird. If you should survive, come and kill me. I'll be ready for you. The ore is insane. You've got to be joking. What? He flew away. Oh, the Cerberus is still going. Even I can't handle getting run through by those. Oh my god, they separated. There's a 1, 2, and 3. When did they do that? Oh, here. Oof. It's hard to tell what that is. Grr, damn you to hell. Oh, fuck. Bro got stabbed. Damn. Bro got fucking shanked up. Bro got shanked up. God damn. Pacifying them all at once will be too hard. We need to get the warrior's children first. What the fuck? They're going for the kids? Call one more. Very well, which one? Oh my god, they're calling even more people here, dude. Another holy night? They're gonna run Elbaf right now. Why now? I know what I saw. It was red hair. Liar! Shanks wouldn't beat you guys up without a good reason. But it's true. I recognize him from anywhere. Red hair has been to Elbaf many times. I guess you would. Shanks is really cool. This guy must have looked just like him. We were shocked to see him. We thought, what's he doing inside this castle? Red hair was just an Elbaf, right? So it's not out of the question that he would still be in the area. Zoro saying that? But what if if what you're saying is true, that wasn't Shanks. Shanks is a cheerful guy who isn't full of himself. Luffy is riding for his goat. Just like I was. Riding for his goat. Never does anything messed up like that. So true. You trust him so much. Of course I do. Look, Nami. Wouldn't you be mad if someone said like that about Molly Meer? Molly Meer? You mean Belmare? So I guess they were two identical people. Maybe they're brothers. Shanks' brother? I guess that could be true. But I've never heard him talk about his family. I mean, what? But to be honest, what has Luffy heard Shanks talk about? Just that he was on a pirate ship ever since he was little. Look at this guy, bro. This is the guy that was in the other chapter. My hunch was Shiki. I thought Roger and Rayleigh and those guys were his family. The Roger Pirates, aside from Buggy. So true. Team Frankie, Jewel Tree Atom Tour. Hey there. Hey, here, there, everywhere, it's all Atom. I guess it's not that rare after all. Isn't it that really that valuable across the sea? Maybe I should go into business and start selling it. She just picked Frankie up like a fucking burger. You're the one who should be stopping it, Ripley. Saul scolded me once already. Saul already scolded me once. This is a holy tree. Don't you go cut pieces of it loose now. Anyway, if you have to cut the wood and haul it off without any giants noticing, I guess that explained the price. Damn. Huh? What's that? It's a mural. They're children's drawing from the ancient past? Carved into the fossilized tree bark. It's a cultural relic due to its historic value. Motherfucking hieroglyphs in this bitch? Really? Kid scribbles? They're estimated to have been drawn somewhere between 800 and 900 years ago? They're in the blank motherfucking century? Which, if correct, puts them right in the period of the Void Century. We gotta show this to Robin! Bro! I'll tell her about it later. I gotta say, for a drawing from Elbaf, they don't look like they don't all look like giants to me. What the fuck? That's right. In the history we're familiar with, there were sometimes wars between the races, but never cultural exchange. Maybe that simply means this was nothing more than a child's dream. Don't they say that Luffy's dream is like a child's dream? The Walrus School. Yeah. Eek. Listen up, children. We're in the middle of a lesson. The Owl Library. So this is the Harley. Sure is. Wow, it's huge and old. And dusty. All the various myths and legends of Elbaf were created based on this original text, since there are so many interpretations of it. The legends and myth like the sun god? Like the sun god? And it means the sun god all the warriors of Elbaf believe in has a different personality depending on who's telling the story? Oh my fucking, it's the, ain't that funny? May I read it? Of course, that is Shishu. The story split up into 3 chapters. They say the 3rd chapter describes the world we live in today. It's about something that's going to happen in the future. In fact, the legends of Nika are seeded all throughout the world. The one common feature is that he always shows up laughing to this rhythm. Doom, da, da, da. Doom, da, da, da. Doom, da, da, da. Here he, shall I read it now? The first world, within the earth there was fire. Mankind. The first world? Hold on, I'm getting distracted by the drums. Hold on. The first world within the earth, there was fire. Mankind. Holy fucking shit. The first world? The second world? These are literally what they were talking about. This is what they were talking about. The 3 resets. The resets. What? The first world. Within the earth, there was fire. Mankind succumbed to greed and touched the forbidden sun. The enslaved prayed, and the sun god appeared. The earth god raged, and with its serpent of hellfire, shrouded the world in death and darkness, and they will never meet. So the earth god fucked everything up. Death and darkness. The second world. Within the void, there was breath. The forest god tamed demons, and the sun spreads the fires of war. Those of the half moon dreamed, those of the moon dreamed. Man killed the sun and became God, and the sea god stormed, and they will never meet. Oh my God. The third world, within the chaos, there was emptiness. The inconvenient remnants recall the promised day and hear the voice of the half moon. The sun god dances and laughs, guiding the world to its end. The sun returns and brings a new morning, and they will surely meet. Who? Who's way? Who's meeting? Who's not meeting? Oh my God, dude. What the fuck is this mural? So this is the first world. This is the second world. This is the third world. So the first world, within the earth, there was fire. Mankind succumbed to greed and touched the forbidden sun. The forbidden sun, like what? The mother flame? They enslaved, prayed. The sun god appeared. The earth god raged with its serpent of hellfire, shrouded the world in death and darkness. So the first world oppressors, which honestly I said the first world before I even saw this. I said the first reset was the ancient giants being big heads, and they were fucking people up, and then the humans prayed. I don't know if it's really, because mankind could be anyone. Mankind is anybody that's a man. Bro, this is fucking crazy. There's like a monster here. This must be the earth god or something. This must be the earth god raging fire on the slaves. Look, animals here, animal here. What? Bo, is this the Noah? The person with the crown. Is this Emu? And oh, it's an elephant. It's Zunesha. The void century, there was breath. The forest god tamed demons, and the sun spread the fires of war. So in the second world, the sun is the one who spread the fires, and the forest god is the one who tamed everything down. Tamed demons. Those of the half moon dreamed, those of the moon dreamed. Man killed like the moon. Those of the moon, like NL? Man killed the sun and became God. That's obviously when the sun god Nika, Joy Boy lost and they became celestial dragon, and the sea god stormed. The sea god being Poseidon, and they will never meet. Who's they? God. Bro, these monster like outlines are reminding me of like the Gorosei kinda. How they're like monstrous creatures. The third world, within the chaos there is emptiness, the inconvenient remnants recall. So this is the current day. The inconvenient remnants of the half moons recall the promised day and hear the voice of the half moon. Why would they be half moon? The sun god dances and laughs, guiding the world to its end. That's Luffy. The sun returns and brings a new morning, and they will surely meet. Is this Whale Laboon? There's a critter with a sword. Iron Giant? That's Iron Giant. This is Loki with his horns facing forward. That's literally Loki, dude. Oh my god. What are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is this? Samurai dudes, maybe from Wano? There's a fish. There's a bunch of people on boats. Shidahoshi? Look at this critter. What the fuck is that? That's fucking Luffy right here. And it has the same sun shield as this flag. They have the same flag. They have the same symbol. Somebody's flying in with wings. And it's raining. Look, there's raining on them. Oh, that's fire right here. That's Lunarian. These are more giants, I think. Attacking these guys. And Emu, bro. This is Emu with the sun, the mother flame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the Gorosei. Holy fucking shit, dude. It's about to... This war is about to go fucking crazy. This war is about to go fucking nuts. I can't believe this, dude. I can't fucking believe this. Why is Zunesha with a boat right here? What tree is this? There's the moon. Did people come from the moon? Like an L? We got a fan coloring. Bro. This helps you see things so much more clearly. Why are animals here? Why are they walking in Zunesha? Why are animals here? Why are they walking in Zunesha? Noah? Lightning? That's Enel's ship right there. I didn't even see Enel's ship. Oh my god, it is there. That's how Enel knew to make this ship, is because he didn't make it up. Somebody else already made it. What the fucking shit? 18 people, 18 kingdoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Confirms that Loki's gonna be somebody super important and a fucking ally, dude. This 100% confirms that with Loki here. Dude, my brain is over fucking loaded. What? They just gave us everything, but they ain't telling us shit. I didn't even notice there was a dude with wings here. Remember this? As long as people yearn for it, its existence will never disappear. All things are brought into this world because they are desired. For example, the devil fruits are manifestation of the people's aspirations for human evolution. Different realities that someone dreamed up. So the slave's prayer from the first world, from the first reset, is what made devil fruits. My brain's hurt. My head is literally hurting. So they were extracting... Seems like Zunesha's involved in. Is this Zunesha's punishment? Was Zunesha punished from the first world? Reread the second one. Within the void there was breath. The forest god tamed demons, and the sun spread the fires of war. Those of the moon dreamed. Man killed the sun and became god. In the sea, God stormed. The Hoshi. It would have been Poseidon. I think Poseidon's the sea god. That's why he apologized. What the fuck? I'm trying to get this timeline in my fucking head. But there's just too much to think of. There's too much to say. So I'm going to put this down in simple terms. Super raw, super crude. Way back before even the blank void century was the first world. It seems like people came from the fucking moon with these blowy, glowy balls to Earth. And they started making people harvest these glowy balls on Earth as well. Which seems like the mother flame is what this reminds me of. Within the earth, there was fire as in the mother flame. Within the earth, it was an advanced civilization. They could actually mine the mother earth and create it. It's like an elevator. It's coming and it's going, and there's all these buildings, and there's even a ship here with 2 people. Big old serpent looking thing. The enslaved prayed, the sun god appeared. So the enslaved prayed back then. The sun god appeared here in the first world. And for some reason, the earth god raged with the serpent of hellfire. And look, this is literally a serpent with hellfire spitting out its mouth. Shrouded the world in death and darkness, and they will never meet. Is they will never meet? Is it referring to the seas? The seas will never meet, and this serpent became the red line? Because if this serpent, because imagine, because y'all are right, the red line's like a big snake. They will never meet. All of the world has been split. The Sea King keeps saying their king and queen will meet up. They will never meet. If the only thing that could be that big, chat, goes into my theory as well. Remember when I said that sword on Elbaf, that was huge, could potentially be used if an ancient giant wielded it, right? But my theory was maybe a giant had Joy Boy's devil fruit the first time. My theory's kind of coming together now. If a giant, like an ancient giant as big as Oars, eats a devil fruit, then when he transforms into that devil fruit, it's gonna be huge. If this serpent became the red line that we know today, maybe if he was frozen by the boa's fruit and it was like a stone, then it would have to be a huge person, a serpent that could go across the world. Because we know the red line, we know boa's fruit could turn somebody into stone. Why was Blackbeard after it? Blackbeard was after that boa's fruit to undo the red line. Maybe the red line is a real person. It was a real snake that got frozen by boa's fruit and turned to stone. I don't think that's true, but that's the only thing that would make sense, because if y'all are saying the serpent turned into the red line, how would that motherfucker just turn to stone and not die? He could only turn to stone that we know of from boa's fruit. And then that separates people, that eliminates communication, or that turns everything into chaos, and it splits up the world into multiple sections. Because remember, the red line was, when the red line was made, the world was not what we know today. When the red line was made, probably, the world was not as much underwater. Earth god raged, and with its serpent of hellfire shrouded the world in death and darkness. Somebody came down from the moon and showed everybody what the mother flame was. Humanity got greedy. They got punished. Ooh, what if the red line was made to split people up? What if it was made specifically to split up the oppressor and the oppressed? I don't know. The reason my brain went to that is because darkness. I don't know. Remember the Lunarians lived on the red line before they got eradicated. That's true. When did they get eradicated? Were the Lunarians the oppressors? Because why? They got eliminated 900 years ago. The right is the first world, the left side is the second world, and the third world is the present. That doesn't make sense though, because this is obviously Luffy here. This is Luffy, I feel like. It could be Joy Boy. Do y'all think there would be this many parallels with the Minks, the samurai, Loki? Now this is 100% Loki with his horns facing forward. There's Tontata's here. There's Shirahoshi. Joy Boy didn't meet his Poseidon. Joy Boy didn't meet his Poseidon. They didn't meet, and he apologized, right? He apologized because he couldn't keep his promise. What the fuck? But Zunesh is definitely working with Emu here. In the Noah, animals and people and animals. So y'all are saying this whole left side is not the present. This left side is the second world, and the third world is not drawn? What if Zunesha was supposed to drag the Noah out of the Fishman Island? and Zunesha didn't? What if that was the promise? Because why are these people on Zunesha's back as well? This don't really make much sense to me. And they're throwing it in this shandy in here. Look, chat, they're getting this thing from the earth right here, and they're bringing it up, right? I'm pretty sure this is the mother flame, because if this is Emu, these are mother flames right here, and Emu's literally holding a flame like this. This is the mother flame. I think these are what the mother flame is made of, maybe. I don't know, chat. This is literally insane. Who is the crown person on top of Zunesha? I'm pretty sure that's Emu. You don't think it could be the literal sun? Chat, I'm saying he's in both. Wouldn't Emu be the dragon on the left? But what I'm saying is Emu is so old that Emu is here. Emu was here in the first world, lived, got the operation done on them by Lost Fruit, and is now the final villain here as well. Or this was Queen Lily and Emu took Lily's body somehow. I don't know why a Lunarium would be here with Luffy though. What is this on Joy Boy's back? Is that more hair? Clouds. Right, that makes sense. Do y'all notice how much rain there is right here? And then there's Laboon. Laboon would have to have the whole world flooded in order for him to be able to join the final battle, I'm pretty sure. What that represents? And the people on top of Laboon might be Brook and Crocus? That's all who we know is on Laboon so far. Maybe the snake is a red line and the rain is the sea god sinking the world. Within the void there was breath. The forest god tamed demons. Chat, these are the gods they were talking about in Skypia. Sun earth god, forest god. Wasn't there a rain god? Why would devil fruit, something that's inherently only from your desires to change, why would that make the earth or the sea hate you? This is hurting my brain so bad. This is hurting my motherfucking brain so bad. Because it's not actual imagination powers, it's tech, and technology ain't natural. Why would that make the sea hate you? It's not like the sea actually has consciousness. The sea god? Worth noting, there's already lots of interpretations of this text, as Saul already mentioned. That's so true. Emu is clearly the sea god because Emu backwards is Umi or sea. I don't know about that, but you are reminding me of something. I don't know about that because it says when they killed the sun and became god, the sea god stormed. It's like the sea god was mad. Why would the sea god storm? Or was it that the sea god overtook the sun god? Chat, can you help me out? Y'all remember that one about something in a barrel? I could have swore it was called the Umibozu. That was the bottomless barrel? Umibozu. How do I find the wiki about that? Because when I look up Umibozu, this is the only thing that comes up. But I want to look into the barrel. It said it was like bottomless barrel and you have to like feed the Umibozu alcohol or Roger's saying all this and faking an illness to not fight Emu. Umibozu. The Umibozu is a giant black human-like being in the figure of a yokai from Japanese folklore. Other names include Umihoshi, Shirahoshi, or Uminyuru. The only way to escape an Umibozu is to give it a bottomless barrel and sail away while it is confused. I'm not seeing it on the One Piece wiki. That's what I'm saying. They are hiding that. And the Florian Triangle had ships mysteriously disappearing. Chapter 442 is the barrel. Interestingly enough, we have the space pirates on this bitch. On the cover. A barrel with treasure on it. The practice called barrel drifting. It's used to pray for safe passage by making an offering to the guardian spirit of the sea. That treasure offering just means an offering to God. Then why even pick it up? After you finish drinking all of it, it's customary to put a new offering in it and set the barrel drifting again. Hurry up, open it and hurry up. Which one of us here beat up a god on Skypea? Chat. Oda has had the ending of One Piece in mind for a while. He opened it, something shot into the air. Boom! A red light. A signal flare. Maybe it's a curse from the sea god. He's literally saying it in our face. It's literally the sea god that he just talked about that put the world into... I hope this is just a prank, but maybe someone's about to come looking for us. Then all of a sudden, a huge storm is coming. All of a sudden, randomly, we just all forget about the sea god that's dropped. If it's a sea god, it's going to have control of the sea. We only have 5 minutes. I don't see it, but if she says so, it's coming. Shaw. Crack-a-boom! Crack-a-goom! And then they have to get out. And then they literally have to use the cola engine to leave. We did get through it, but what's with this part of the ocean? It's not night yet, but the fog is so thick and dark. Could it be that we drifted into that area? Demon's Triangle. A place where ships disappeared in darkness forever? Just completely move on after that. Every year, over 100 ships vanish in the Florian Triangle without a trace. People say that a ghost ship roams these waters inhabited by the spirits of the dead. And we all thought he was just talking about Brooke. Brooke suddenly appears after the Umi Bozo? The way they say the sea, they dropped the sea god right after the Umi Bozo appeared, and then a red flare comes. Maybe it's a curse from the sea god. I hope this is just a prank, but maybe. Check chapter 289. That boy, Nolan. Look at the title. Full moon? The moon and the half moon? And then the people of Skypiea just completely misinterpreted what the gods really mean, I feel like. Also, this Seto guy looks exactly like Luffy. Look at his face. And Calgara had the same voice actor as Luffy's dad, right? Almost like they're similar. They seem same voice actor as Dragon. The people of the half moon in Skypiea. The half moon appears in the same page for Oda's favorite panel, the same panel where Luffy does the Nika dance. The half moon. It's literally there. Pantori could hear the voices of the gods. You can't possibly understand what powers his words have over us. Pantori's words are the gods' words. What? Hold on. Chat. This is such a small detail, but the botanist from the South Blue that discovered an antidote, I just wanted to look it up. Y'all know the medical island that Chopper was sent to, the Bird Kingdom? That's in the South Blue. Are you that afraid of the gods, dude? And it has a giant tree. So true. The moon! Or is it the sun? Is it nighttime or daytime? The full moon. Every time it's in the background. The moon god. He's looking at the full fucking moon. Bro, he's looking at the full moon. It's the full moon every time. Chat, when Oda said like what the One Piece is, like he's had the ending for so long. Oh my god! He's imagining he's Joy Boy. Shield, the sword, the monster, the half moon? This is chapter 59. What? Bro, what the fuck? How? He had One Piece ending planned as early as 1999. Everything was planned from the start. Hold on. I'm rereading One Piece and I'm currently in Whole Cake Island, chapter 825. Vito was telling a story of how the World Economic Journal made a fictional story about a marine hero named Sora fighting German 66. He has a transforming robot as a companion. Joy Boy had a robot as a companion. Emmett. So if we go back and read it, is he telling us a story of Joy Boy in that? I'm about to look it up. Hold on. Yo, Lolo, I used to read that comic strip in the WEG. One called Sora, Warrior of the Sea, with that dreamy giant robot in it. Giant fucking robot! Sora, the hero who can walk across the sea, little, teams up with a transforming robot and Seagull. It's a tale of a naval hero who risks his life to fight the army of evil, German 66. From what I hear, the story is based on the true exploits of heroes of the Navy. In other words, it was propaganda for the kids. It was German, the army of the evil, that the screws on Sora each time. Giant robot. They literally said it. What other chapter was it? 608? So they confirmed he had a giant robot there. Oh, that's saying Sora from a different one. Hold on. What chapter is Sora, Warrior of the Sea? I don't think there's anything here. I don't know. But the fact that they said a giant robot, though? But why would Sanji be on the enemy side? Sanji would be with Germa. Giant robot. I don't know, Chad. Sora's a fighter walking through the sky, though. Real question no one's asking. Who writes the comic in the newspaper in the first place? The World Economic Journal? Morgan. Who do we know learned the true history of the world? Morgan. What do you think about this? It's eerily similar. That's insane. Imagine he was so embarrassed of Kaido that he took his horns off. Teams up with a transforming robot and a seagull. And if we go to 1138, is there a seagull in the mural anywhere? Check out O'Hara. The first world Within the earth, Mother Flame was found. People succumbed to their greed as they began polluting the world. The slaves forced to build a civilization, wished for liberation, and so the sun god Nika appeared. The earth god grew furious, and with the hell flame serpent, what would be called the red line, develops the world in death and darkness, and in some disaster he and they could not meet again. Drew moon colonized, Mother Flame, and industrialized by angels in El's cover story. Hellflame serpent unleashed by Earth God destroys the first world. Is the red line a dormant creature? Dude, I literally said that based on what y'all are saying. That's the thing though, is that I could come to conclusions based on what y'all are saying, and what y'all are saying you could get from somebody else. So I'm not saying anything's like mine. Obviously, I don't want to claim to be a on the cusp of the edge theory crafter. I just love yapping. Because a lot of my theories are not based in evidence. A lot of times I think about the human side of things, like Oda, and how it logically fits in a piece of, like in a puzzle. And then I try to find proof or disproof of that. So when I get excited about how I got something, it's just because my brain came to that conclusion too. Because it makes sense. Pollution without regard for the planet. Construction of Pluton. Oh, yes, that's the boat. And other ancient weapons of Mother Flame. Modern day city. First world was just like ours. Red line becomes the Hell Flame Serpent. In chapter 129, Dory calls the red line a snake. Oh my god. Advanced technology thanks to the Mother Flame. Ascent to godhood for nobility living atop the red line. Mother Flames, slaves transporting. And then this is the second world. Up to the Void Century, Devil Fruits, and the Flood. The original Celestial Dragon, maybe some form of emu, symbolizes Celestial Dragon fighting the red line during Void Century. Uranus, Maximum was likely modeled after it. Wow. Who the fuck is Burka? Uranus attacks like Lulusia. Emu gets Mother Flame from slaves. Flood turns into a boat, symbol of emu riding the ebb and flow of eras. The Ark, Noah tried to help during the flood but failed. Burka's where NL's from. The sun tree Eve bears the devil fruits created by the forest god. But this doesn't make sense if the Nika fruit came from the devil fruit tree. The sun tree Eve bears the devil fruits. Wouldn't Nika, the sun god fruit, be in here? If so, then how would anybody from the first world get the Nika, the sun god? Unless Nika, the sun god, isn't the devil fruit at first. It was the real person. Devil fruits continue to the present. Whales, which is Laboon, Sulong, Mink, or this could be Frankie. Lily, ancient kingdom symbol. Lily, Vivi, Kuja, Wano Samurai, Momo, Wano Ninja. The Long Arm Tribe, the Buccaneers, the Long Legs, Kuja Bow, Elbaf Giants, another Mink Zoan user. Monopolizing Mother Sun, launching Uranus attacks with Mother Flame. Lunarian, Ancient Giant, Loki with Ancient Giant blood, Tontata. What if this Mink guy was Chopper right here? The first sun god formed from a different type of power source. In the first world, they called it the Forbidden Sun. So that's why there's a Hito no Mi, because people have to believe in something first. And they believe that Nika, the sun god, would save them again because that person existed first. And then the devil fruits were made. And then that people believed in that first world savior so hard, it spawned the Hito no Mi, model Nika the sun god. First sun god was not a devil fruit user. Oh my god. So that would mean that nobody here in this world had power to devil fruits at all. So it was the real Nika the sun god person. How would they actually be rubbery then? From the nothingness, humanity re-arose. The forest god created the devil fruits. The discovery of the Mother Flame only led to more war with the ancient weapons as Nerona Emu kept unleashing Uranus. The D-clan of the Half Moon had a dream. The D-clan of the Half Moon had a dream. The Lunaria shared that dream too. But the humans killed the new Nika user Joy Boy and became celestial dragons. The new god, Sea God Emu, rampaged and sunk the world by 200 meters. He and they could not meet again. Third world. The century world became the Void Century. The century would become the Void Century as information of it was wiped. Those left behind shall inherit the will to carry out the day of promise. They'll learn of the poneglyphs of the Kozuki clan. Their symbol is the broken moon and what they tell. The sun god returns, dancing and laughing. He leads in the face of world's end. The sun will return and dawn will arrive. He and they will surely meet again. Maybe D always stood for dawn. What kind of world can you create, Straw Hat? Because like you have an old head in real life and it's they just know so much. If you have a 50-year-old, they'll talk to you about obviously decades before you were born. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, this person was like a good president or a bad president. They did this and they covered up that and all this kind of shit. But if you weren't there, if you were born decades later, you just don't know. You don't have the experience. Kaido was around for so long. He probably picked things up about the history of the world and stuff like that. Because they can try to eliminate information, but they can't eliminate everything. So Kaido probably knew about creating a new world. What if he went to Elbaf? If he was the son of Harold, he would know. He was on Quebec's ship. Exactly. He would know so much stuff, so much more than we could ever know. He was with him in the God Valley. So if he knows even some of this, then he would know and he would be asking those questions. I don't agree. I do not agree here that the wave here is Zunesha since the animals in Noah are inside of it. Zunesha's absence is because it was a traitor who sinned. Nah, this is Zunesha, I feel like. It's literally him. Angels flee the flood by creating Skypea with cloud plants. Wait, what? Angels flee the flood by creating Skypea with cloud plants? What cloud plants are they talking about? Who is Quebec? True. On top of Zunesha, there's a big tree in the shape of a whale when Raizo was hiding as well as a... Oh my god, there was. Chat, this is one of the craziest fucking chapters I've ever seen. Look up the world elephants that hold up the world. There's 4 of them. Zunesha could be one of 4. The other 3 are in the Florian Triangle. World elephants that hold up the world. It's in Hindu mythology. The earth is believed to be supported by 4 elephants known as the Ashtak... I don't know. Names of the elephants are in east, south, west, and north. Like the oceans in One Piece. Chat! You're right. This panel literally does confirm. You think I'm Joy Boy? Is the world I'm making really the world you wanted? So they know that the legend Joy Boy makes the world that everybody wants. It's going to free everybody.